In Newfoundland and Labrador, crews are fighting several wildfires at the other end of the country. Fires are bringing smoke and impacting air quality in the region. And the CBC's Darren McCaffrey is looking into these wildfires and joins us in studio. So Darren, one out of control fire we're watching is encroaching Labrador City. That could be of concern. What's the latest there?
Yeah, indeed. There are in fact 5 wildfires around Labrador City, but as you say, one of which is out of control. And that's really the concern here. In fact, there are 22 active wildfires across Labrador itself. But firefighters are trying to tackle this. We know there are 4 water bombers involved in firefighting efforts alongside helicopters and ground crews, including 57 firefighters, 20 of which have come from Nova Scotia. But also crews fighting fires at Bob's Creek, around 90 kilometres west of Happy Valley Goose Bay, and at Brinko Bridge, which is around 18 kilometres from Churchill Falls, so quite extensive. So there is that fire risk for Labrador City itself, according to the province's fire weather index. But also, as you've just been talking about there in British Columbia, real concern about the air quality in that area as well, given the heavy smoke that comes, just look at this, from these wildfires. And that's why Environment Canada is saying that Labrador City is facing moderate risks of air quality through today and into tomorrow. And unsurprisingly, this is weighing very heavily on the community there. And we heard a little earlier from the provincial forest minister who spoke to us.
It's disheartening, of course. I mean, when you see the charred and, the forest devastation that is caused, it is disheartening. But just knowing that the crews are there doing their job and the helicopter pilots, again, everybody, it puts you in a comfortable feeling that they're in great hands with the workers that we have there.
Yeah, and that's the real effort at the moment by those firefighters to try and get some of these fires, particularly that one that's not terribly far from Labrador City, under control.
And Darren, what other fires are you tracking?
Yeah, it's quite a lot in different provinces across the country, Andrew. So let's look at Quebec to begin with. We've got over 200 wildfires actually in the province of Quebec, most of them in the northern part of the province, though 8 of them are said to be out of control. You get a sense of how extensive they are across Quebec, and that's why the province has put a ban on open fires across most of the province, limiting access to some forests to reduce the risk of further wildfires. And then in addition to that, we're also tracking this one, which we have been actually for the last week or so in the Northwest Territories around Fort Simpson. Again, firefighters continuing to battle that wildfire, while lots of residents have been evacuated up to Yellowknife, though many essentially asking that question about where they might be able to return, and there is no prospect of that, not least of all because also the airport around Fort Simpson has been closed as well. So, as you say, we're looking at wildfires in different provinces, firefighters very much battling these. It's the ones that are out of control. They're clearly posing the greatest risk.
Darren, thank you. CBC's Darren McCaffrey.